Willie's on the line. Hi, Willie.
It's just a couple of questions for Hugh Keevins, please.
On you go.
Hugh.
Yes, sir.
A few weeks back, you declared the league was over. I know you've heard this a few times over, so I'll repeat it again. You declared the league was over.
Correct.
You always come back to some people saying you're allowed, or your position is you can predict who will win the league at the start of the season. That isn't what you done. A few weeks ago you declared the league was over, which is different. At the start of the season, everybody predicts who will win the league. We all have an opinion. We all predict who we think will win the league.
Yeah.
As a journalist, as somebody that your voice gets broadcasted across the nation, you declared that the league was finished.
That's correct.
Right. Did you use the words, if anybody disagrees with that, they're in Clyde Cuckoo Land?
I have no idea. Did I?
Yes, right. So, since then, was it last night? But in the past few nights, before today's game, if Celtic lost, they would struggle to come back. Right, that was your only slant in the game. Your only slant in the game. If Celtic lost, they would struggle to come back again.
No, my slant was, I said the psychological boost that Celtic would get would be as great as the psychological blow Rangers would suffer if they lost.
Wrong.
All right, see.
Wrong. What you say? Who was in the show? Was it Mark Guidi?
Yes.
Right. Mark Guidi actually disagreed with you last night. Right. At some point during the show, you said if Celtic lose, the 4-point gap might be too much for Celtic to overcome again.
Might be.
Okay?
Yeah.
And he butted in straight away, and please don't cut me off, right? He butted in straight away.
I can't cut you off. Only Jim Delahunt can cut you off.
I'm
sitting here with my arms folded and a cup of coffee.
Let me say my piece, right? Whoever was with you last night, and I'm sure it was Mark Guidi.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. He cut in straight away and he said, Hugh, I totally disagree with your point that if Celtic lose, the league's finished. He says there's a transfer window to come and there's a lot of stuff to happen and blah blah blah. My point is, right, and a few people tried to raise it last night, and I genuinely do. I honestly think a lot of the stuff you say is for entertainment. I don't genuinely think you're a Rangers fan or but you don't admit you're wrong, right? So I've got a question. The whole point of the call is I've got a question.
Oh, we finally got there.
Right? Yep. We finally got there, Hugh. The whole point of where I started and where I am now was, reiterating what you said. Right, what you said. Right, so the league was finished a couple of months back.
Yeah.
Last night, if Celtic lose, it was finished again. So that was what. It's pointless me asking the question without me telling the story. Otherwise, you wouldn't.
I think we know the story. Give us the question.
So,
I've watched The Will We Live.
Well, Gordon, I'm not surprised. you've watched The Will We Live. Right? But
Come
anyway,
on, Wally, go on with it.
Right, okay. So the question is, Hugh, is the league over?
No.
Why?
Because Celtic are on top and Rangers are 2 points behind.
But if Celtic lost last night, if I'm not still cut off, which is the norm.
Willie, I have to keep telling you, I'm sitting here with my arms folded. I can't
no,
cut
but Hugh,
people
but
off.
You have to admit, right? No, please listen, right? Because I hate the way you all chuckle. When it's a certain.
It's meant to be entertainment.
You all chuckle. Gordon chuckles.
I'm just a chuckly guy.
No, Gordon.
Willie, you're in danger of getting cut off. Jim's on the button. Come on, get to the point. Go on, Willie.
No, the point was, think about the turn, okay? Right, and about the rest of the time tonight on air, right? Give credit where credit's due, okay? Stop slanting in your own way, Hugh, okay? The way that the league was finished in October, Clyde Cuckoo Land, Celtic couldn't come back. Anybody that thought they could come back was in Clyde Cuckoo Land. So I phoned you up. I was in Clyde Cuckoo Land, so clearly you were wrong.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
But the way you always declare you've got this prestigious career in, journalism, and
I never said I'd had a prestigious career.
You have, Hugh.
No, I've pointed out that I've been doing it. I've never used the word prestigious in relation to my own career.
You have, Hugh.
No, I haven't. Anyway, listen, Willie, I've got to tell you, you're the most miserable Celtic supporter.
Well, you're the most miserable journalist. In the
aftermath of an Old Firm victory, which is taking your team 2 points clear at the top of the league, the only thing that concentrates your mind is trying to score points against me. I said the league was over, and patently it is not. But as I always say, that is the joy of my job. I say things at the time, and if I am later proved to be incorrect, then you all get the chance to come on and have a go.